Hey everybody, thanks so much for taking a look at this quick video. Actually, it's not as quick as I had thought it was going to be. It's probably going to be closer to 10 minutes, but I'm talking about lookalike audiences for Facebook, how to create them and use them. And lookalike audiences can be extremely powerful for expanding the people that you can reach, because what you're doing is you're taking people that already know something about you, meaning they're on your email list, they watched a Facebook Live, and you're going to create a much bigger audience, or actually Facebook's going to create it, that is very similar to those people. So this is highly effective in most niches, and I tell you what, I use them all the time with great success. There are going to be times when they don't work, and I talk about this on the actual when I jump into Power Editor, but it's a garbage in, garbage out. If your email list is not good or it's not your ideal audience, then your lookalike audience is not going to be your ideal audience. It's just that simple. But I'm going to show you exactly how to make one, and then I'm going to show you how to use that or actually input it into your ad set so that you can target them. So I will see you in the Power Editor. Thanks. All right, here we are in the asset library actually, but let me show you how to get to that if you're not here already. When you go into your ads manager or wherever you are, once you go into your ads, if you click on this little thing right here, then you'll see audiences. If you don't see it here, all tools, and then it'll open this up and you'll see audiences, and there you go. You click on that and this is where you'll be. And so what we're talking about here is the actual process of setting up the lookalike audience, and then also using that lookalike audience in your Facebook ads. And so I'm just going to show you a couple of different ways to set up lookalike audiences, and these are already set up. So and let me just kind of explain this real quick. So this is my master email list, which I uploaded. And then what I told Facebook to do was I said, hey, take that list and make an audience that's similar to it. And I want you to make 3 different audiences. I want the top 1%, and it does this automatically. You don't have to figure that part out. It'll actually state it in there, and I'll show you in just a minute. But give me the top 1%, meaning these people are the top 1% of the people who are most likely to look like my existing email list. And so that's a list of 2 million people. So now I've got 2 million people that I can target on Facebook ads that are similar to my email list. That's pretty cool, right? These are the top 1 to 2%, and then 2 to 5%. So essentially, I've added roughly 10 million people. Now, just so you know, it's a garbage in, garbage out kind of situation, meaning if my email list is garbage and it's not my ideal clients or my ideal customers, then Facebook's going to give me a garbage lookalike audience, or if I don't have enough of an email list. So your email list has to really be, your ideal audience, or any custom audience has to be your ideal audience to create a lookalike. So there's different ways to create your lookalike audience based on different custom audiences. So let me show you how to do that real quick. From an email list, and I'm going to show you how to do the email list in just a second. But what you can do is you go to Create Audience, Custom Audience, and then the customer file, that will be your email list, and I'll come back to it in a minute. We can do website traffic. So like if we wanted to create the first thing we have to do is create this custom audience based on our current website traffic, whether it's traffic to a specific page or traffic to our whole website or traffic to everything that we've pixeled, whether it's a landing page service or whatever it is. We create a custom audience based on that website traffic, and it's real simple on how to do that. Once you click on here, we can do it on if we have apps. I'm not going to go over online activity, and then also engagement, and I'm going to show you about engagement real quick. When you click on engagement, you can create a custom audience based on a video, like say a Facebook Live you've done, or another popular one would be your Facebook page. So people who've engaged or interacted with your business page, those are going to be the 2 that you're going to use the most. And so once you create that custom audience, then you could create a lookalike audience based on it. So let me just kind of show you what that looks like. So if I click on this right here, and I select my business page, which yours should already come up. Okay, you shouldn't have to do this. So this is one of my business pages, right? I can say, okay, I want to create a custom audience based on everybody who's engaged with my page in the past 365 days, or anyone who has engaged with any post or ad, or clicked on any call to action. You can choose any one of these. So anybody who's engaged with my page, I name the audience. Something like that, and then I click create audience. Now once I do that, what I can do is I can say, okay, find new or similar people to my existing users, or I can go ahead and create an ad from here. But if I do this right here, it's going to start the process of creating a lookalike audience. And so here, this is what this is going to look like. It's going to say the source is the Facebook page engagement, and what country do I want to do. So in this case, I want to say United States, right? And the top, it automatically puts the top 1% here. And it'll give me about 2.1 million people. If I wanted more, then I would do advanced options, and I would say, okay, I want the top 1%, the top 1 to 2%, and then the top 2 to 5%. And see, it automatically creates these 3 audiences. And I actually could create up to 6 if I wanted to, if that makes sense. So I could actually create these. Now, remember, it's the further up here that you go, the top 7, 8%, I mean, the more diluted it's going to be. So if you're really niche, you're probably not going to be able to do that. Okay, but the lookalike at the 1% would work really well. So I'm going to change this back to 1, and I'm going to click create audience. And so the reason it failed to create an audience, it could be, if you see this error message, what happens sometimes is that since it doesn't have enough information yet, it can't create the audience. But I'm going to show you how to do it the other way as well. So once you have, like, it's populating this right here, sometimes that's what the error message is about. If you once it comes back and it actually populates this and gives me a list, gives me a size, then you can go back and you can select the list, go to actions, create lookalike. Again, you can do United States, North America if you want. Not that one. Let's do United States right here. And then you can click create audience, and it would work once this is all populated. Now, I've already done this with my email list, see, where I had the email list and then I created these lookalikes based on it. So what we're going to do is jump into an ad, and so I can show you how to use these lookalike audiences in the ad. So I'm going to go on over here to Power Editor, and I don't think I have an ad created for this, so let me do that real quick here. If it'll take me to it, just hold on. And I'm going to do create campaign. And again, it may look just a little different for you, and you can do this whether you're in Ads Manager or Power Editor. That really doesn't matter, okay, because the interface will be the same. So I'm going to use guided creation because this is what most people are used to looking at, even though that's not what I use for my own ads. And so let's just say I'm running a traffic campaign. I'm going to come down here to the ad set level, and what I want is the audience section. And so once I get down here to the audience section, under this thing, when it'll pop up here in just a second, it's going to talk about custom audiences. It says custom audiences or lookalikes. I'm going to click inside here, and now you can see these potential audiences that are available. And actually, it already created the Facebook page lookalike there. But let's just say I want to do the top 1% of my email list. So I would select it. I can also filter by select, if you have a lot of audiences, by lookalike here. And I want to select the top 1%. So the question is do you need to create more filters? In other words, if you created a lookalike, do you need, and you only target men or women or whatever, do you need to go ahead and separate that out? And the answer is it depends. If your email list is 80%, 90%, of your target audience, then I don't put any extra filters on there initially, because usually it'll get to the people. I mean, Facebook knows that. That's part of what they're matching up. Now, that being said, if I was doing something like, or if it's not working, or my list is say half and half, but I only want to reach men on this particular campaign, then I would select men, and I would select their age range or whatever. See, it's going to narrow my audience to 510,000. If I selected women, it's going to put it at 1.5 million. So you can see the difference there in the list. So the other thing is if you want to do any detailed targeting, that's okay as well. I just wouldn't do it initially for most offers. If you, in other words, you take your lookalike audience and you say, okay, I also want to filter them down on people who are parents. And so I do that. So now it's whittled it down to 1 million people. Okay, so now it's my lookalike audience, men, women, 18 to infinity, and then parents. So you can do that. That's okay to do that. It's okay to narrow it if you definitely have to get in front of the exact right people. So that's it. That's all you have to do. If you have any questions or comments or anything, please let me know. Glad to help you, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.